Hey there everyone. So this time around I'll be reviewing two books from two very widely different eras. The first one being Mr. Bliss by J.R.R. Tolkien, and the second one is A Thousand Nights. It's a reimagination of the 1001 Arabian Nights by E.K. Johnston. So let's start off with Mr. Bliss. So yeah, Mr. Bliss is basically a book that Tolkien wrote for his own children, um, and this is one of the panels. I'll go through the book. I'll show you a few of the panels as well. So I'll just give you the blurb first. Yeah, so you can pause that and read that there. And this is the book without dust jacket. It's in cloth bound. It's a cloth bound edition. On the side it says Mr. Bliss by J.R.R. Tolkien, HMCO. So I got this book for second hand, which is why it's a slightly battered up copy, but I think I got it for a very good deal, considering that it used to go for $11.95 back when it was published, and I got it in India. I don't think this edition is available anymore. It's a hardcover edition. The book is highly unconventional because Tolkien wrote it for his own amusement and for his own children. The first page is basically handmade paper. This is not how the rest of the book goes. The rest of the book is basically butter paper. It's very smooth, and then it starts off Mr. Bliss. So you can see Tolkien actually wrote this, and he illustrated and wrote the whole story. So first page. So this side is the page. This side is the part where the text comes, and this is the part where the illustration comes. So as you can see, the first page there is no text, and then it says Mr. Bliss. Oh no, I'm wrong. So yeah, I remember now. So I read this time back. So Tolkien wrote it like the artwork as well as the story in the same panel. So he wrote it here inside like Mr. Bliss. So that part is reproduced here, the text actually. So for example, this you saw already. So here for example, and then the text is here. So it's a very good thing because it's a facsimile edition, as you can see. So in that way it's a very well done book because you can see the actual thing, and then if you do not understand the handwriting, which I don't think there would be any problems, because frankly okay, my handwriting is very bad, so I had no problem reading through the actual facsimile edition itself. But then if you do not understand that, you can actually go through here and you get it. So for example, and is underlined here because Tolkien wanted to emphasize on the and it's underlined here as well. So in that way it's a very good edition. They've reproduced the whole thing thoroughly. And if you know Tolkien is best known for his Middle-earth trilogy, the Lord of the Rings, but then he has written a lot of other works as well, this being one of his much more interesting I think work. It's meant for children, but I loved the whole thing, the illustrations, the writing, the book, the humor, the Tolkien at his best in my opinion. So if you want, you can read that, you can pause that and read it there. Lovely book, yeah. And it ends up again. So continued from the front flap. If you read the front flap, you can go through it again at the back, and then it ends. And that's it for Mr. Bliss. And you have A Thousand Nights by E.K. Johnston. This is a very interesting book because it's a reimagination of the 1001 Arabian Nights. And as you can see here, this is actually two people facing each other. So you can see here. And then I'll give you the blurb here. So the whole story is that tyrannical king is taking brides and killing them off, and no one actually knows how to stop him. It's in the deserts, and so the whole story is based on how this girl goes and then stops him. So basically, she's Shahrazade. If you have read Arabian Nights or even have a little idea of that, you know what I'm talking about. But then the whole point of it is how she goes and stops him. So there is no artwork throughout it, but the chapters, beginning chapter, first page of each chapter is very nicely mural. So these are, for example, murals there, and the pages are quite thick, so you don't have any bleed through, and the font is very nicely done as well. I think it shows off a fairy tale like quality in the storyline, and so as you can see, so the page ends are having a design. So this is also a very nice thing I think in this book. So yeah, no illustrations, so nothing much to see. Says E.K. Johnston at the top, page numbers, the standard thing, and then it ends. Yeah, I think there is a acknowledgement section at the back. Yeah, there's an acknowledgement section, and then you have an author biography, and then the book ends. So I'll give you the ending, something written at the back as well. So I have to do this because otherwise you will not be able to read it. It's reflecting off. So this is gold enamel. So the front is also that, 1,000 Nights gold enamel, and same with E.K. Johnston. The inside comes through this cutting, and yeah, so that's it. Mr. Bliss by J. Tolkien, 1,000 Nights. As always, if you have any questions, any comments, anything to say at all, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Subscribe for more videos like this, and happy reading.